So the preview images for Chapter 63 of the Dragon Ball Super Manga have arrived, and it's actually kind of what many people expected, save for maybe one or two details. And we actually have a summary of translations here, as well as the preview images. So credit to Dragon Ball Hype on Twitter, link down below for that, which also has the credits for the translator, which, by the way, follow me on Twitter for the funnest Twitter you can possibly ever have, ever. So the title of the chapter is called Merus' Resolution, and we start off with Jaco asking where Merus has been and basically explaining that Moro is way more than them as Galactic Patrolmen can handle. And Merus apologizes for being away and that a lot has been going on, and I'm like, yeah, you abusing your angel powers to get into Moro's shield is an abuse of your angel power, and you should be punished. So we needed that kind of exchange between them as Galactic Patrolmen to kind of remind us that these guys are essentially space police. We have to remember that Merus is still a Galactic Patrolman and can't use his angel powers to their fullest, and also Goku and Vegeta are also Galactic Patrolmen currently. So here's a very interesting thing that Merus says in this exchange, and that he's there to finish Goku's training. Now, this is a very obvious foreshadowing for Goku's return and his rematch with Moro, and the possibility of seeing Mastered Ultra Instinct is just growing every chapter. Which, to be honest, I don't think I would mind seeing Mastered Ultra Instinct versus Moro 7-3. The problem is that we've already had 2 entire chapters of Goku fighting Moro. Now, if that happens, are we going to get like 2 more chapters or even 3 chapters? Like 4 or 5 entire chapters of just Goku fighting Moro? And if that happens, I think that would really mess up the pacing of this arc, since I really don't think that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku would pull out the win against Moro 7-3, since I think it's way too early for him to master it and hold on to it. I think he'll still suffer the repercussions or not be able to hold on to it very long. But what I do think could happen is that he could eliminate the stamina issue with Ultra Instinct Omen. And I think it's far more likely that him as either Mastered or Ultra Instinct Omen and Vegeta team up against Moro 7-3. I think that's far more likely than Goku as Mastered Ultra Instinct pulling out the win against Moro 7-3. I think that's highly, highly unlikely. So it is also revealed that Merus has moved all of the heroes off somewhere. So they're off getting healed by Dende. And it's funny because Moro did not even realize that. He was too busy picking a fight with fucking Jaco. But this also begs the question, did Merus use his angel power to get everybody out of the way fast enough to where Moro wouldn't notice? Very interesting. But now that we're done with the boring part of the chapter, Moro decides to dispel his barrier. And, I figured that, Moro is smart enough to know that the barrier is doing no good. However, what he might not know about is that the main hero of the story is on his way there with the Senzu beans. But the action begins with Merus telling Jaco that he's going to buy some time, which most everybody thought would be the case, as opposed to him just being outright defeating Moro and then being erased or something like that, which who knows, maybe he still will get erased. We have yet to see. But one thing I'm really loving about these preview images in this initial exchange in their fight is that Merus is kind of kicking Moro's ass a little bit. And not only that, but he's using a freaking power pull to do it. Like, Donatello can eat his freaking heart out. Merus is the master of the staff. So in their initial exchange, when Moro is blocking Merus' strike, he essentially says that he can't feel his life force, indicating that, of course, Merus is using God Ki, and ergo, his identity, as Moro puts it, is that of a god. Now, of course, he's not that far off since we know what exactly Merus is, and of course Merus doesn't answer, which he wouldn't, so Moro is the one that's in the dark. But they continue fighting with Merus trying to hit Moro with his pole, and Moro keeps dodging it in some really cool looking panels, I might add. We finally get to the coolest part of these preview images as Merus dodges one of Moro's attacks and extends the power pole from the ground right into Moro's face in this awesome looking vertical panel. I'm really liking how this art is turning out here. And so Moro is tossed away and catches himself with a barrier so he doesn't land on the ground, as if the ground would have hurt him that much. Maybe he just didn't want to get dirty, who knows. But it was an interesting way to catch himself so that he's not left open for a follow-up attack. So that's it for the preview images. We leave off with Moro saying, "I see," as if he's figured out what Merus actually is, or what the deal with is going on with him or something. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, drop your thought waves down in the comments below. Thanks for checking out the video. Take it easy.